All right, everyone, thank you so much for being patient with me. Let me grab a drink quick. We just had an amazing opportunity call, so I hope that you were able to be on the line and that you heard all that we shared about this awesome company. I'm so excited to be with you guys tonight. It's going to kind of be a quick call. I always say that, and then they end up the full half hour, don't I? But so many fun, exciting things, and just so much exciting. I mean, like, so exciting, right, to think about all that's coming in the next, like, less than a month to our corporate training event. I hope that you all who are on this call will be here. I totally want to have conversations and cocktails with you on Friday and to just get down to the nitty-gritty and have some awesome trainings on Saturday, not to mention new products and all the new fun things, right? So let's quick, I want to give a super shout out to Morgan. She did a testimonial for our opportunity presentation. We're going to do a quick recap even with her again for the people hopping on for the IWG call in case they didn't hear how awesome Morgan has been doing and what she's been up to with her business. But I want to talk quickly about Africa because I really want to convey this to you guys. Personally, I feel very connected by doing this video thing with you right now, and we just need to have like a little moment of not silence, but of just awe and appreciation for what you guys have done for our farmers and for their families over in Cameroon. Because if I can even, like, explain to you how remote this tiny village is, I mean, I was scared for my life on the trek out there, even more terrified for my life. I literally sat in the back of this, like, four-wheel Jeep, like, praying over and over and over that I was just going to get home because the roads are horrible. And just the fact that, like, they live so remotely is just really disadvantaging to them because they don't have access to a lot of the general necessities that we believe. I mean, for me, it's a necessity, right? Like, I need to have running water, pretty necessity. Like, they live without. And to know what we have done for their community, I mean, they literally, the community gets together and are together almost every day, and they praise and, like, pray for Radiantly You. And they want nothing more than this company to grow exponentially because of what it will mean for them, and that it will give them honest and fair work their whole lives. And parents know that their children will have work. I mean, really, that just gave me full body chills, right? Because that's pretty serious stuff. And that's what they pray for every day. And they're praying that you reach the goals that you want to simply because they know that in the end it gives them an honest day's labor. And that's pretty remarkable. We fed an entire school for a whole year. Every single day, 5 days a week that those kids came, they had a warm meal that was prepared by the moms in the community. They all pitched in to do this and to make that money stretch as far as they could. We paid for an extra staff member. We had an extra teacher. They had two teachers for 120 kids. We provided them with an extra faculty member. Their numbers have never been higher. Their attendance rates have never been higher. Less illness, less hunger, less sickness. I mean, all of that because of the food, because of what it was able to do. Never had such a high attendance rate at all. Never had such high test scores ever. Throughout the entire year, the entire plateau was raised because the fact that the kids didn't have to sit around hungry and they could actually learn. And they had more like there was an extra staff member, so ratios. You know, it's just amazing to think 100% of the kids passed the entrance exam. Never happened before. Never. They've lived there for, like, literally centuries. Never happened. It happened the very first year Radiantly You came to do mission work into their communities, okay? Amazing. And not only that, our school is now ranked #1 out of the whole subdivision. Like, the #1 school. Like, people want to move there now because of the resources that you, I'm pointing at you, have provided. Amazing. So I just really need you all to know what that means to me. It almost makes me want to cry. Like, I'm getting a little bit emotional right now, but I don't want to. It's just amazing. And to see that we can do this again and again and again and larger and larger and bigger, like, I need your help because I can't do it alone. So please, please, please share this with everyone that you know. Share that video on our Facebook page. There's a nice graphic that kind of just outlines all of the things that we've done. please, I'm begging you to share it and ask other people to share it, get it out there so people can see, let them know they can donate in the cart. I want to see more happening. There needs to be more happening, and we're working on thinking of different promotions and things that we can do to help, entice people even more. And it's sad to say that sometimes people need to be enticed to give, but sometimes they do, and I'm okay with that because we need to do big things, and we will. And just so, so proud of you. So thank you, everyone, for my little rant on Africa, but that was seriously huge. So I'm probably going to get in trouble by Nick. See, I'm sitting here at the facility with, all the new goodies, right? And I, so badly want you guys to see some of the awesomeness that is happening. But we have worked really hard at figuring out how to reduce packaging and waste also within our organization. I want us to be, I don't know if we could ever be zero waste. I mean, that would be amazing to be a zero waste facility, right? But I'm, working as hard as we can to be more and more sustainable. So I've got, I'm going to give you a sneak peek for everyone on this call. Just make sure it's not labeled because there's new logos, all that. So you can't see the labels. It's an unlabeled jar, right? But that's all that you get tonight. But I want you to see some of the efforts that Nick has worked really hard and our team at reducing our packaging and really evaluating that. So, this was our standard tub scrub. Look at me. Well, I use it in the tub. Sugar scrub, right? And this is how big it is. It's so weird with the webcam because it's opposite. So, this is my left hand, but it's on the right. Okay, anyway. So this was it, right? So this is something new that's coming out with a new line that we have. How cute is that? Super cute. And look at that. It's the same amount of tub scrub. Look at how much reduced packaging we have. I mean, so much less plastic, right? Going out into the earth and everything. And this is just equally as recyclable and awesome. This is super cute. I'm really pumped about this. And it's going to be awesome. I'm not even going to tell you. There's just lavender scrub in here because we're testing things. But this is going to be pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And it is beautiful, isn't it, Maggie? I know. Yes, Elise, it's plastic. And it's totally recyclable plastic. So you don't have to worry. See, I love glass, but you putting that in your shower, hello, a 4, 3, 2-year-old in the shower, we bathe them together, this would be a disaster shattered in my shower 10 times over. And I don't have time to remove it every time I don't have time for that. I get 4 minutes to shower if I'm lucky, right? So, yes, it's plastic, but it's so awesome. And there's a whole line of this stuff that you will see soon. Not to mention some other awesomeness. I really want to show you. I'm struggling so hard with this. But Nick would, literally cut off my head. So, okay. But really excited. There's a lot of new fun things coming your way. A lot of new fun things. And I've been getting feedback from IWGs. We've been working on different things. I will tell you one other thing that's, totally in the works, happening, and it's going to be corporate samples, and it's going to be of the things that you guys give out the most, and they look awesome, and they're going to be so flashy and so fabulous for your businesses. Just so awesome. So lots of fun, exciting things happening. I want to let's highlight Morgan because she's on, and I would like to have her share a little bit with you, just because I want you guys to realize whether it is month 1 of your business or month 20. No one's 27. Well, maybe Maggie. Are you? No, you're only month. Or month 12 of your business. There we go. You can start again. And I kind of want to talk about that because we're coming into the fall, right? And it kind of feels like starting again. I know some of you are back into the swing of things of your life. Some kids are already back in school, right? So it's kind of like a new pace. It's setting a new pace for yourself. It's setting a new pace for your family. It's the fall. It's getting into the busy holiday season. You can really look at any day, really, regardless of month or anything, as the start of your business again. And just follow the system and just do the steps because it works so freaking well. And I can't even, explain to you how well it works. So, Morgan, are you still there?
I am.
Yay, okay.
Hi.
So, hi, yay. I would love for you, just a quick recap for everyone. You can do a quick little intro because there's some people here who might not know who you are. So just tell them your name and where you're from and your family. But just tell them, like, what you have done in the last month. And if you don't mind, I'm kind of putting you on the spot. I love putting people on the spot, by the way, so you have to get used to it. It really helps you, I promise. It'll help you grow. Ask Maggie. She's grown a ton from being put on the spot. But, like, can you tell us about the amount of hours that you have put into this month, and then tell us the results? Like, just give us the recap of new team members, estimated products sold, and then the amount of time that you put into it, and then whether or not you followed the system, I guess. I mean, I know you did, but tell everyone you did.
Okay. So hi, my name is Morgan. I am from Southern Illinois. I have 2 kids. Noah is 4 and May is 16 months. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I joined at the beginning of July, so it's been about a month and a half. And yeah, so I had 2 business presentations here in my hometown, and had really good attendance. I had signed up with the $3.99 kit, and I pretty much sold it all at my 2 RYBPs. I did keep some things for myself, yeah, so that was awesome. And I have only been living here for about 2 years now. So I was, my why for joining was, we have 1 car. It seats 2 car seats. We have 2 kids. We have a dog who can't even fit in the car with us. He's huge. And my husband, Jason, rides his bike to work, and right now his bike is actually broken. So, but, we would love to have a bigger family, but we would need room to travel together. And so I have a pretty motivating why, and so I really wanted to, kick things off and work hard. And whenever I shared, that I've only been in this for about 2 years, I was challenged to, do a business presentation back where I, moved from in Champaign, Illinois, and then back home where I actually grew up, because I have, quite a few contacts still in both areas. And so I was like, you know what, why not? Let's do this. I want a new car. I want some more kids. And so since I ran out of product, I had to, I bought more, several $100s worth. And over the, Melissa wants me to, touch on how many hours I put in a week. I would about an hour and a half, in the afternoon, making phone calls, 3 to 4 days a week. And then in the evenings, about the same hour and a half or so once the kids went down, making phone calls on Saturday afternoons, and just, invited. And I had pretty good attendance, especially here back where I live. And anyway, so I had 2 IWGs join after my first 2 business presentations here, and then I sold all of that product. And then when I went and did 2 more this past Saturday, actually, I did one at 10 a.m. and then one at 4, and I sold another $400 worth of product, and had about 3 or 4 women interested in possibly joining. And so right now we're kind of following up with them, but it was a very fruitful weekend and had a lot of great feedback and support. And so, yeah, it's been exciting. So I hope I touched on everything.
You totally did. So probably no more than like 10 hours a week, right, of time spent. If you did an hour and a half in the afternoon and a little bit in the evening. You probably took Sunday off, right? Yeah, so about 10 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, that's amazing results. And Maggie's calling you out. She put in the chat box, pretty good attendance means packed room. So you did a really good job. You had you had a lot of people there, and I think that is just amazing. So really, really proud of you. And everyone, like, just is like, I know that it's doable. Like, I know that it's achievable. You know that it's achievable now. But, like, what would you say to someone who either is just starting out or is someone who joined but hasn't followed the system or hasn't, like, really dove in and tackled their business in the way that they want to? Like, what would the thing be that you would say to them?
Yeah, well, it's funny because I was actually tearing up hearing you say that, because I wouldn't have thought that I would either. And so I think, whatever work you're willing to put in, that's the fruit that you're going to have. And I think if you just really, focus on that why and authentically share, and you're willing to put in the work, the system works. And, I kind of feel like you guys know what you're doing. So as long as, you tell me what to do, I'll do it. I'll work hard and, let corporate lead us in that way. And, you could knock your socks off because mine are off. And so, I don't know, just go for it. Don't hold back.
Yeah, that's awesome. What did your hubby think? Is he, like, super happy? Because I know that's always part of the decision. They kind of invest and believe in us when we step out and start these businesses. I mean, I know Nick supported me when I was like, hey, I'm not going back to work. I'm going to do this. What does he think after seeing your success?
Yeah, it's funny. He has told me so many times about, how proud he is of me and how hard I've worked. And, there's been, a handful of times where he's even said, you're going to do really good at this. I just know it. He's like, you're happy and you're working hard, and he really affirms me. And so it's just really awesome to have his support and to have his belief, and it kind of, gives me even more confidence and like, okay, yeah, you know what, I do. So it's great. He's awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I think that support is like monumental. It's so necessary, and I'm so glad. And I'm so excited for your new team members, and I know that you're in the best hands with Jenny and Maggie helping you welcome them and get them started on the same path as you. So congratulations, Morgan, again. Thanks for sharing, and I can't wait to see. Yeah, I just can't wait to see. I am envisioning your big, huge success story already. I can't wait for that. I'm hoping it's just going to be amazing. I'm already picturing it. So, yay, Morgan.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, awesome, guys. Really, I don't have much more that I want to say. I guess the last thing I want to do is leave you with a little bit of just like hope and mindset stuff, because Radiantly You has been just an amazing, amazing journey. And I know that for every single one of us on this call right now tonight, we have all had our ups and downs with our business, right? We've all had, moments where we feel unsure, or moments where we're just kind of like, why isn't it going maybe faster or the way I wanted it to go? Or perhaps, you just feel like so strongly that this is where you should be, and you wish you could devote more time to it, but you're stuck within inside of the constraints of responsibility and financial responsibility and other things that you have to do in order to provide for your family. So I kind of want to encourage you a little bit, because like Morgan said, it really all comes back to that why. And it all comes back to why the heck you're even here with me on this Wednesday night when you could be doing something else. And it's very easy to do something else, right? It's like a funny infographic, but it's like a picture of, a road and then like this huge valley and then the road again. And it's like me, my dreams, and Netflix, right? Have you seen that one? Like Netflix totally is like the reason why most people do. And it's like funny, right? We all like haha, and it gets lots of shares on like Instagram. Oh, that's like a funny info, graphic thing, haha. But it's so sadly true. And it's things like that totally block, hinder, and stop the dreams that people have, and they don't actually fulfill their life's potential because of taking the easy route. And it's not always easy. It's not going to be easy, but I promise you it will be worth it. And we have to remember that why when we're having a day when it is hard. It is struggling. You know, that hardness can even be just like shutting out the door and locking it from your kids on the other side. That's tough as a mom. Like, oh my gosh, that's tough, right? Or having to go to the job that you don't really like when you wish in all of your heart that you were doing something with Radiantly You instead that day. You know, that is tough. And we're all going to have those moments. So you need to harness that why, and it needs to be deep, a deep why. You know, sometimes in the layers of us really figuring ourselves out, we start with the generic why, like, oh, I want to help people reduce chemicals in their world. And like, yeah, that's super awesome, but there's something deeper there for you, because even that isn't going to be enough to like wake you up every single day. There's something deeper, whether it's recognition, whether it's dreams that you have, whether it's helping like the village in Africa. That's a really big why. Those are deep-rooted things. And I love Amy saying that her why is sitting next to her right now. For many of us, it is our family. I know for me, a big part of what my vision is and what drives me is the fact that I want to buy my parents, and especially my dad, a boat. And I know that sounds really silly, but, you know, I've watched my parents my whole life always be the one to get last, always. You know, Christmases, you know, they didn't exchange gifts kind of thing. And as a parent now, seeing the sacrifices that they have made for us, for me and my 4 siblings, I'm one of 5, watching and really having a different awareness for what they did for me only makes me want to strive even harder to not only give my children, you know, that plus, but to also be a vehicle for other families to do the same, because we do deserve more. We deserve more than the American grind, because the American grind, and excuse my language, you might want to cover your kids' ears, Amy, sucks. Like, people work really, really, really hard, and they are still, you know, bonded to the job that they have to go to for that weekly paycheck. And I don't know if you follow Humans of New York, but I love them. They're on Facebook, and he's just amazing. Brandon, like, has totally just created an amazing movement with his photography. And he was just in Pakistan, and he really highlighted bonded labor, right, and how these people are truly a slave to their boss. And it's a little bit more drastic in Pakistan. You know, they literally live there, and they are allowed to leave and see their family, but the debt always totally continues to grow, and it really stinks. And he was highlighting that, and here I am, you know, kind of thinking about it, and I definitely fell for the families and the stories. But we're kind of bonded labor over here, too, because it's a different kind of bond, though. We're not bonded necessarily to the man that's making us make 1,000 bricks a day, right, which is what they have to do. They literally make bricks. It's not that. We're bonded to our credit cards. We're bonded to, you know, oh, that just gave me chills because it's so stinking true. We're bonded to our student loans for degrees we're not even using. I am a good representation of that, right? My master's in counseling served me well, not really. And we're bonded to so many different consumer debts and this image that we have to have the flashiest and the best. And so many people spend their whole life striving for those material things, but never really feel this true freedom of financial freedom. And to me, we need to be a voice for that. And this is like a new passion of mine recently, and I do want it to, you know, really, yeah, Amy, getting rid of credit, I totally believe that. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You want to talk about bonded labor, talk about paying your 30%, you know, 29.99% interest credit card every month, right, that you racked 20 grand up on. That is the norm because we've had to function that way. And because starting out in my life, I went to an awesome private school for my master's, but you can bet I paid private school pricing, right? You can certainly bet that I did. And even though I worked 3 jobs during college, on top of being a full-time student, and I participated in research with faculty members. I'm like actually a published researcher in the APA journals. Like I devoted a ton of time to my studies, 3 jobs, didn't really have much of a life, and I still had $80,000 in student debt. Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? That's bonded labor. And I'm done talking about it. I just really wanted to share with you guys that this can be this, and I keep holding this up today. It's like my little, I feel like Vanna White. But this can be the answer, and it's not the sugar scrub. It's not what's in this. This is actually empty, right? It's not this. It's not what's in this whatsoever. But it's the opportunity that lies inside of here. And the opportunity isn't tangible, but that's the hope right here, that there can be a better life. It's really not the package. It's not the compensation plan, even though it's a good one. It's not any of that. It's the opportunity inside. And it's the opportunity inside of you to become a better person. And, wow, that just made me really emotional tonight, guys. And I love you all, and I'm excited to be on this journey with you. And I think that we're just going to do, like, amazing, amazing things, and I'm really excited about it. And I am getting emotional. Okay, but anyway, love you all. I hope you have an awesome night. I said it was going to be quick, so I did I'm still under 30 minutes, which is amazing. Have a great night. Hug your kids, hug your husbands, hug your dogs, have fun with your family. That's what matters. And tomorrow morning when you wake up, just feel super, super blessed and so full of gratitude for the fact that you're changing lives. And just, see if you can shift your mindset a little bit to be on the search instead of like for a new team member for you. Be on the search for a new team member for them, because there's someone out there with the $80,000 in student debt and someone out there with the $20,000 in credit cards, and there's someone out there who could really use this opportunity. So try to put your focus on actually going out and finding who that person is, and just kind of try to see if you can pull that person into your life, because I think that truly is how we are going to change the world. So I love you all. Have a fabulous evening. Bye.